Welcome, friends, to another morning micro meditation. Let's close our eyes once again. Take a long, slow, deep breath or three. I'd like to talk to you this morning about one of my favorite topics. My North Star, my ultimate guiding principle. Mutual benefit. Mutual benefit, otherwise known as win-win arrangements. Win-win arrangements. Transactions between two individuals in which both of them feel that they're getting a good deal. And that might just be a social interaction, it might be a business interaction, it might be a romantic interaction. We are all hardwired to seek benefit. In times of scarcity, we will get that benefit by means of win-lose arrangements. When we get hungry enough, only the very best of us will share our food. But one of the qualities, I would wager, among those best of us would be the ability to see win-win arrangements. Would be the ability to see that we are all stronger together. And so we may not get the immediate payoff of eating all the bread, but when we snap some off and share it with our community, we all win together. However, of course, we're not hungry here in 2024. At least, if you're watching this video, you're probably not. Certainly there are those of us who are struggling. We want to do benefit for them as well. Which is why we must take opportunity of the great freedoms and privileges that technology is affording us. Here's the basic shape of how I'd like to see you do that for the benefit of all. I talk about this often, but I want you to consider right here, right now, what is it you most care about? What change do you want to see in the world? What kind of a world would be created if you could make that change right now for everyone? I'm here to represent that you can actually do this. By no means have I yet hit my goal of normalizing well-being for 1,000,000,001 people, but I've made a good start. If you're watching this video right now, if you're meditating with me right now, you're one of those 1,000,000,001. So thank you. Through these mediums of email and social media, you too can begin to make that change you want to see in the world. You do not have to be an expert. You certainly do not have to be famous. You don't even have to have had any prior experience in writing, speaking, or helping people with that thing that you most care about. If you're at the very beginning of your process, say you're working a job that you're not too keen on, as hundreds of millions of people are, perhaps even billions, but you have this spark, this passion, this thing that you really care about that's going unrealized, then all you do is you come online and you start sharing about where you are right now. And you document your process of learning. You document your transition from your current life into your next, more fulfilled life. And as you document that transition, you begin to find your tribe. You naturally attract people who are interested in that thing that you care most about. This is not special. It doesn't demand that you're some kind of extraordinary spokesperson for what you're interested in. In fact, if anything, people resonate more now with that ordinary individual who's just coming out online and trying to make it work, trying to make that difference that they want to see in the world. I see this all the time with students of mine. Please don't censor yourself. Please don't think that people don't want to hear what's on your mind or follow you along at this humble stage of the journey that you may be at. They really do. More than 5 billion people log on to social media each day. 5 billion. Yet you only need one person who shares that passion of yours, with whom to make a meaningful connection. Is it not worth setting up that social media account, making those first few posts to no one, so that a week or two down the line you find that one individual who really needed to know that there was someone else in the world who cared about that thing like they do? Congratulations, you just found the first member of your tribe. You don't have to rely upon your local area anymore to find people with common interest. And maybe you've experienced this on a personal level, but I'm encouraging you to take it to that next level and make this your new life. When you come out online and you speak passionately about that thing you care about, you can't help but generate an income down the line. And it will be an income that is generated from those win-win arrangements. People who receive your help will feel like they're getting the best deal they ever got, because the giving in itself feeds you. I was teaching mindfulness for free for 3 years before I came online, and started sharing publicly. Because I wanted to. So now, for the people who pay me to work with them, I give them way more than they feel they're paying for. They tell me this. They tell me that what we do together is priceless. But this is nothing special about me, friends. This is what will happen to all of you when you go public and start talking about that thing that you most care about. This is where you are most powerful, by far. This is where you can do the most benefit, by far. And in this new marketplace where we find ourselves, where there are no gatekeepers, no one telling you, hey, you have to have a certificate for this, and you have to have accreditation for that. Of course, there are still protected professions. For example, my wife is a therapist. We're not talking about working with vulnerable people here. We're just talking about solving everyday problems. And if you've ever solved a problem in your life, chances are you can solve that problem for someone else. So then isn't it worth it? Isn't it better to come and spend your time reaching out online, finding these people you can help, even if you help them for free to begin with? You might think, oh, I don't have time for that. Of course you have time to help someone with the one thing you care about most in the world. Isn't this better than watching TV? Isn't this better than scrolling the feed as a consumer? Isn't this better than drinking at the bar? Isn't this better than playing video games? We all know the answer. And believe me, friend, you have answers that someone else needs. Again, if you've ever solved a problem in your life, there's guaranteed to be someone else in the world who has that problem, and they're on social media waiting for you to show up and live this new model of mutual benefit, of the win-win arrangement, which has been the basis of all wholesome human activity since the dawn of time. I have many resources available on my website at dangoldfield.com to help you get started. In particular, the article titled, How I Free-Tired Myself at 36. Retirement meaning I live each day as if I already had $1 billion in the bank. Because if I had $1 billion in the bank, I wouldn't be on the beach sipping cocktails. I would be right here at this desk recording this meditation with you. Because this is what I care about. This is what I want to do. And I want to see you all living that life, friends. So check out those resources. And if you need help with anything at all, send me an email back right here. Love you all. Let's do this.